Irv was salty. Irv would not let me come to the studio to record. Irv was telling everyone not to record with me. Why do I want to stay in that situation? How can I stay in that situation? Mm-hmm. You know what he said to me?
What?
He said, nah, you want to be with Nelly? Go sign to Dirty A&T. We don't want you.
You know what's so good about this watch?
Yeah, nobody has that. That is very limited edition.
No, you know what's so dope about this watch? That coincides with the murdering story or documentary? Ashanti bought me this watch.
So if you remember the last time I was on here, he was like cracking jokes, basically saying, you still got feelings for this girl. And I'm like, Nori doesn't know this, but this is the worst he could be saying right now.
But he did.
No, but you wore her watch. That's the reason why, though, Gotti. You wore the watch that she bought you. But most men who don't give a will get rid of a chick that he's messing with watch and get rid of it.
That's a dope watch.
It's very true. I wanted to buy it off of you. The Pearl Master, that was hard.
Well, now that Irv is dead, can Ashanti finally breathe easy now? Because while folks thought she was gonna hate on Irv's name after his demise, she's done the exact opposite. She stayed consistent with the way she's been from the jump. Demure, cordial, respectful. And y'all know what I mean if you saw what she posted on her IG after the news of his death went public. I can't believe things ended like this, and it makes me so sad. We weren't on the best terms the past few years, but as I've always said, through our ups and our downs, I will forever be grateful for everything that you've done for me. We made history, and that will remain infinite. I've always respected your musical genius and ability to push me to be my best. All the greatness and positive things that came far outweigh the dark and negative times. I have always prayed for you to find peace, sending love and prayers to the entire family. Rest well. Rest in peace, Irv. Now, after everything Irv did, she still wants the man to rest in peace. Child, Ashanti, you are a better woman than I am. Because anyone who knows what's been going on between those two knows that it was more than 2 decades of diabolical mistreatment Ashanti suffered in the hands of Irv, while the rest of the industry just watched. Alright, let's take it back to the early 2000s when Ashanti Douglas, aka the Princess of Murder Inc., was breaking records with her velvet vocals. Signed to Irv Gotti's Murder Inc. at 14, sis blew up in 2002 with her self-titled debut album. 1.5 million copies sold in a week, child. Hits like Foolish and Happy had y'all in a chokehold. And Irv, he was her hype man, producer, and label boss. But was he low-key trying to be her boo? He sure was. The man admitted it himself in interviews, saying she was flawless, even calling her his dream girl, and telling the whole world that he made the hit track Happy after sleeping with her.
We just finished sleeping together, or whatever.
Okay.
I'm taking a shower. I'm in the shower. I think of the whole track in the shower. I'm I get out the shower, I call my Chink. I'm on the phone, Chink, yo.
Chink Santana.
We get to the studio. Chink. Chefs it up, the beat, everything. Okay. Now it's time for you to write. Yo, I want to be a feel-good joint, like summertime things. I'm so happy, baby.
She made me happy.
I mean, but that
Beautiful
the
record.
energy,
Beautiful record.
that record came about because of our energy.
You miss that energy a little bit?
Not anymore.
Meanwhile, Ashanti had said again and again that never happened.
How was that to see your relationship, through the eyes of Irv? Because he was very detailed about how you made, what was the song that you made, supposedly? Happy.
I'm trying to figure out what made him even say that. Was I there? I'm confused.
You don't remember this? You
I don't
remember that story?
this at all. You know what I'm saying? I remember, where did I write Happy? I wrote Happy in the parking lot of CW Post College. I was actually on the way to see the Nutcracker with my aunt and my cousins in my 626 Mazda. They called it the 6 Deuce, the red.
Wow.
Yes. And I wrote happy in that parking lot at night, waiting, I think, for my cousin or somebody to show up.
Wow.
So, as far as the beat goes, I know Irv and Chink did the beat. You know what I'm saying? But the story,
It was new to you. It's
Yeah.
news to you.
yeah.
Truth is, Ashanti politely shut him down back in the days, and that's when all of the petty began. Everyone knew how he started going out of his way to destroy her career. Irv would flex his power, delaying her projects, pushing her to collab with his artists, and allegedly blocking her from working with other producers. By the mid-2000s, Ashanti was still carrying Murder Inc. on her back. Grammys, platinum plaques, tours, you name it. But Irv, he stayed salty, especially when Ashanti started dating Nelly back in 2003. By 2009, Ashanti dipped from Murder Inc. and went indie. No promo budget, no Irv, just grit. She dropped Braveheart in 2014 and The Declaration in 2008. But mainstream radio, crickets. Again.
I mean, Irv got into a dark place. Like, he was blocking a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? Like, Irv was like telling DJs don't play the record. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Wow.
again, we already
He never
spoke.
called me and said that to me. Just full disclosure. But that's something you know he did factual.
And
Okay.
again, we already spoke about him not allowing me to come to the studio.
Irv was blackballing her, but he denied it. But the truth was he was. Irv was actively blocking her from making money. Back in the day, Nelly wanted to use Ashanti's image for one of his songs. They weren't even dating at the time. But Irv and Nelly had to replace her with Sierra. This man was so mad that he told another man to remove her from a video just because he could. The control issues were insane. But, do you know what the crazy part of all this is? The man was crashing over Ashanti while he was married and had kids. So imagine what he would have done if he wasn't. Well, we didn't have to wait too long to find out, because in 2018, Dude divorced his wife and immediately hopped on IG Live, calling Ashanti his one that got away. Meanwhile, Ashanti is unbothered. She already engaged to Nelly and dropped new music. Sis even clapped back in her 2002 memoir, saying Irv's antics stunted her growth but couldn't break her spirit. Let's be real. When a man realizes he can't control you no more, he panics. And baby, Irv Gotti spiraled. When Ashanti started gaining her independence, when she decided she wasn't gonna let him manipulate her no more, instead of moving on like a grown man, Irv lost his damn mind.
When you've come to a realization that you no longer can manipulate or control somebody, you just let go. And then you just vomit. And it looks nasty, it smells nasty, and that's a reflection of the person that you are.
And ain't that exactly what Irv did? When things were good between them, she tried to keep it cool, keep it respectful. But Irv took their moments behind closed doors and turned it into a circus. He ran his mouth to interviews, to the press, to the damn documentary cameras. He painted this crazy one-sided narrative, trying to make it seem like he made her, like she owed him everything, like she was some ungrateful woman who did him dirty. But the truth is far worse. Ain't it crazy? Irv Gotti did so much in the music industry, built a whole label, beat the feds when they came for him. But what's the last thing y'all gonna remember him for? Him being obsessed with Ashanti? Just months before he passed, blogger Storm Monroe broke the news that Irv was in a coma, fighting for his life. And now, his family has confirmed he died from a stroke. Now, everyone he wronged, everyone that hated him, has been crawling out, pissing on his grave, including 50 Cent. That man clowned him in death, talking about, I'm smoking that Gotti pack. Nah, God bless him, LOL. Some folks thought 50 was too harsh, but y'all know Irv tried to take 50's life, so let's sit this one out. It's Ashanti everyone's expected to be puffing a joint on his grave, not 50. But it turns out the woman just wanted to be left alone. And all Irv wanted to do was control her life, her career, her image, and her peace of mind.
like Irv wanted his accountant to be my accountant, you know? He wanted to control all my finances. You know, he wanted me to invest in, what was it, Irvin Jeffries. You know what I'm saying? And I was like, well, why? It don't say my name. It says Irvin Jeffrey, mother. So
You can laugh now.
now I can laugh,
Yeah.
you know? But when you think about it in hindsight, it is hurtful.
This man wanted her locked into business with him forever, making sure she could never break free from him financially. He was trying to punish her for choosing Nelly over him. Irv even tried to rewrite history, acting like he built her from scratch, like he was the genius behind her talent.
I made those Ashanti records.
Can you rock with me?
Oh, I made those records. You know what I'm saying? Like, she wrote them, but she wrote them with the help of me telling her what to write.
Every single time Irv got a chance to speak, he brought up Ashanti, even when she ain't said nothing about him, even when she was minding her damn business. When BET asked him to do Murder Inc. documentary, Ashanti wanted nothing to do with it. And what did Irv do? He said she gonna be in it one way or another. And guess what? A whole hour of the doc was just about Ashanti. He just could not let it go. At some point, the obsession became a sickness he was flaunting like a Gucci belt. Like the watch Ashanti gifted him 20 years ago that he still had the message on it memorized. He said she wrote.
See if you can see that.
Damn, I still can't see. It says, is a memory, I think. You change, what?
Change lives.
You changed lives. Yeah, that's what it says.
Change lives.
Forever.
Forever. Love Ashanti.
Now, the worst thing Irv did to Ashanti has got to be how he sold her masters. Ooh, this is where you see how low he really went. When Ashanti announced she was re-recording her album, Irv didn't try to stop her. He just threatened to sue. And he knew that she already spent $150K of her own money to remake the album. But instead of letting her own her work, Irv sold her masters to a French billionaire just to spite her.
She's gonna have to buy it back from this guy named Olivier Chastain.
He sounds dangerous.
He's a billionaire Frenchman.
Okay.
And he's my guy, and I'm entering a deal with him for a lot of money.
But what do y'all think? Now that Irv is out of the picture, what happens next? Will Ashanti finally get her music back? Can she finally drop that re-recorded album? Will she be free from his shadow forever? Tell me what you think in the comments.